Y'all know I like a lot of Sonic TV shows, and if you ask me, do I think Sonic X is still the best TV Sonic show?
To this day! To this day!
Simple as that, man. Of course, there are the great ones like Sonic Underground, even the Sonic and Tails, the early 90s one, this one. I see Sonic Boom TV show as some people's favorites, which, to each their own. But Sonic Boom is without a doubt one of the funniest shows ever because like we got classic memes from it, wild scenarios, funny ass episodes. So I will say it's definitely funny as hell. But a random moment I always remember from this show is when out of nowhere in season 1 when Shadow the Hedgehog appeared. I think I could be wrong. This is like episode 52 or 53. But I remember it took 50 episodes for him to come in the series. Oh my god. The way this nigga just squad wipe everybody. Let's talk about it. Oh, whoa. So it starts off with Shadow saying,
"So this is why you called me here."
And then we get this pan up camera zoom in. Cartoon ass villain stance, like cartoon ass villain scene, bro. He is trying his hardest to let everyone know who the he is. Like, this shit is killing me. This reminds me of the fucking 80s ass cartoon scene when the villain appeared. Oh my god, we get it, Shadow, we get it. But I ain't gonna lie, back then when I was watching it, I was losing my shit. And Eggman proceeds to glaze him for like 5 minutes straight. He even did this.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck about nobody else except for his prince. Shadow says he prefers to stand. And not gonna lie, it's giving me very much Vegeta Saiyan Saga energy right here. You can see how he pulled up and the way he's talking. Well, I ain't seen this episode in a long ass time, but from what I'm getting from this scene is that it's a whole bunch of villains in the Sonic Boom series that I guess dibble and dabble with the Sonic crew and probably lost. And I guess they're arguing to see why is Eggman the leader since they're villains in their own way. So yeah, all that not important BS for this video. But just know Shadow's here and he's finna call the shots now. And be honest, who are we taking these guys as villains seriously? Even one of them is like disguised as a tree. What the fuck are you doing here? The team is like, arguing with each other saying who should be a leader and shit. And Eggman has this bright idea saying, how about we do some team building exercise? So exercises later, we see that Shadow is not really a participant of this. He, in fact, probably hates this. And told their asses off in a cruel way.
I see no villains, just some fools whose only ability is wasting time.
Well, I could translate. It smell like bitch in here. He channeled his inner Kendrick and destroyed them one by one like goddamn. But they worked hard to be a villain and shit. Shadow said, man, y'all are jokes. Get the out of my face. Even turned his back on their ass and then dipped. And meanwhile, Sonic and his crew are like trying to make a plan to something to do with the furniture. I don't know. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen it. And plus, Sonic Boom, they just be doing any and everything. They be doing all kinds of shit. Like, this low-key reminds me of Phineas and Ferb type activities. They just be doing shit for the fuck of it. But yeah, with that furniture they were trying to like build, this is what it turned out to be.
Great work, team.
And you said it best, Amy. But after this fake-ass League of Villains group come in and try to ambush them. They had some cornered. They was chasing Tails. And Sonic is back dealing with Eggman and his, army that accompanied him this time. Because he said this ain't no 1v1. You could say the plan was working for them. Until, Sonic decided, okay, let me actually try and lock in for a bit. And boom! Got his ass right here. Yep, he used this piece of junk of furniture, and it worked. Somehow, this plan worked more than Eggman's whole plan with villains. And Sonic says, call off your goons
or I'll smash you into next week.
Pause, by the way, but you know what he meant by that. He'll defeat him. And Eggman's trying to, talk his way out of it until, bang! Watch out! Hold on, who is this nigga? Sonic looks and he sees Shadow the Hedgehog on top of Eggman's robot. Not only did he try to pose in that little, cross-arm shit, I respect it because he took time out of this scene. He could usually oral farm like he be doing in the fucking movie and shit. 5 different times he could have done that. And even the games, but now this time he came in and the first thing he did was talk shit to Eggman. He told him something, even with all the guys you had to help, you still couldn't defeat Sonic. Basically told him and his squad, hey, the nigga you be hanging with?
The nigga you be hanging with.
But yeah, they all suck. And we already know how Sonic and Shadow will get down, bro. First attack, spin dash ball. Boom. After this, Eggman is once again glazing. And you probably say I'm on Eggman too much, but no, he literally says right here, he's geeking out for Shadow being on his team. So Proof is right here. Shadow's gonna go back and like try to attack Sonic. While Eggman is geeking out, saying, "Oh my God, Shadow, that Hedgehog is in my teeth. Shut your bitch ass up." Went straight to Sonic, and they going back and forth. Spin dash attacks, boom, right here, over here, and Eggman once again, like, oh my God, get out the way. But this is kind of like a 2v1 because you have that person that would just be on the side and don't do shit. And granted, he's trying to, but Shadow don't need you, bro. Fall back. He even caused Shadow to get sneaked by Sonic. He said, "Ugh." How you like them apples? Ass hit. But Shadow ain't stay down for long because he got right back up and went straight towards him, grabbed him like in a fucking chokehold and went up and came back down. See, he was about to Zangief his ass, but Sonic evaded quickly and Shadow landed on...
Hey, we worked all day on that!
Now, I understand, Sonic. All that hard work and boom. And Shadow got the nerve to say...
The shoddy craftsmanship brings shame on all hedgehog kind.
What? Hold on. See, first of all, you see what I meant by like the Vegeta Saiyan Saga shit? I could see Vegeta saying some weird ass random shit like this for like the most pettiest, smallest reason, the fucking Prince of all Saiyans, and how Goku disgraced to Saiyan race. How is Sonic a disgrace to all hedgehog from not building this to the best part? It must be that serious to you. And if it's that serious, show me what the fuck you been cooking up, Shadow. He remind me of one of them Twitter niggas too. It's like, oh my God, I can see them Twitter guys is saying some shit like this. Just rage baiting, fucking saying, oh, he couldn't dunk this. Oh, I could do that in my sleep. And Shadow says, and for that, you shall perish. For that petty reason? But hold on, let me shut up, because boom, what's up? Oh yeah, right behind you, send your ass right back down, okay? And I know y'all seen this scene before. See, it was done years later in that movie, but still, this was the inspiration behind that. I think, I'm not saying for real, but still, it would've been cool if it was. But yeah, Shadow dropped his ass right back down here, made his big ass hole, almost had Sonic in the Yamcha pose. Damn.
We did it!
We? Eggman, please. Like, there's no way he fucking blinded Shadow because he want to take a selfie mid-fight. Sonic, please hit Eggman. He's actually started pissing me off now. It was funny at first, but now he's starting to piss me off. He's making Shadow look auraless, bro. No. But we see the Sonic Squad is doing anything, defeating these guys.
He tried it.
And Shadow says, thanks to Eggman, I can't kill you, basically. And he says, we'll finish this on my own terms, Sonic. And he dips. But trust me, hey, that's not it. Because season 2, he comes back. He came back better than ever. Let's go, Shadow. Okay, so this one starts off with Knuckles and Tails walking. And Knuckles is actually telling Tails a joke. Which I'm glad we couldn't finish. Because Shadow said, shut your ass up. And knocked him through the wall. Just bam! I don't know if this joke was gonna be funny or not, but hey, guess we'll never know. He's on the floor dazed, and Tails like, what happened? How you asking me, nigga? I don't want to get snuck. And then we see Shadow try to finish the joke, and he comes down this robotic ass stance. Music kicks in again, bro. This music is killing me. A whole new season, and they kept the same music. And Tails asked Shadow, what are you doing here? And then he said, fox hunting. Okay, that was clever. Probably a better joke than Knuckles. He charged over to Tails, and Tails like, flies trying to get away. But nah, Shadow is too quick for you, my guy. He grabs his tail and then slung him around and then threw his ass. I'm telling you, this one had a little bit more to it. Because Shadow deadass despised Tails. We all know this by now. Different compilation, he always beat the fuck out of him. You didn't hear from me, but he's a little racist towards foxes. And Knuckles get up and says,
good thing I took that shadow boxing class.
Stop the cap. If you did, get your fucking money back, because there's no way you said this, and then immediately proceeds to get folded by Shadow. I'm talking about like Shadow kept teleporting and kept 1 piece and 2 piece in his ass. Like, dude, it was bad. Straight hooks, straight combos. Like, this nigga was toying with Knuckles. That's why I can't believe he said that shit and did nothing. And he probably was like, hey, he was cheating, but still, like, if you're smart enough, you know how to expect certain attacks and then predict where he's hitting from and then punch him or kick him. Knuckles, nah, he ain't do nothing of that. And then what happened next is Tails come up to assist his friend. You know he's good at doing that. But I feel like he would have done a better chance just coming up and sneaking Shadow. Because he comes up and says,
Don't worry, Nux, I got him.
Hello, Tails, you're smart. Why would you say that out loud? Just do it. Because now Shadow heard your dumb ass. And then he fucking teleported and Knuckles, oh shit. Knuckles right hook Tails and send his ass flying. I'm talking about that nigga was knocked out in the air. Like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Knuckles, if you would have hit Shadow, you probably would have tagged him and he probably would have stumbled a little bit. Because this punch has some weight behind it. This nigga Tails is done. And then he does this little dramatic ass gas, which I understand you folded your friend. Hey, Shadow's still in the fight, my guy. Comes in, boom, shoulder tackle his ass. And now he's tumbling over here and he is done as well too.
It ain't over yet.
Hey, hold on. Sticks and Amy. Yeah, the girlies are in here now. And you know, these girlies get down. So, you already know Sticks crazy and Amy got that hammer. GG's. I say all the time. Sticks charging. Well, she's finna bash him with that stick. But nah, Shadow got that stick, did a fucking tornado spin and threw her ass over here. But here go Amy. Bam! It shook the earth, so she was finna do damage to Shadow, but he evaded, went up here, and then came back. Oh yeah, bam! Right kick to the head. But guess what? These girls are tough. Sticks recovered from that little throw. And Amy shook off the kick. And Shadow said,
That all you got?
and then Amy said,
Just getting started.
tag team attack. But Shadow technically cheats again. But nah, he was just blessed with these powers. So he's using it to his best abilities. Teleported and then grabbed him up in the air. I thought he was going to bring him down and slam him. Nah, he just said, goodbye. And tossed their ass out of here and they just fell. Oh, and Eggman was, I guess, talking about like video game cutscenes. I'm thinking he was making a video game in this episode. So he was using this scene to like, I guess, create it. I don't know. And I don't care. Why? Because he's not even helping out again. Every time Shadow, this is the second time I've seen him act like he's doing shit. He's not doing nothing. Shadow's doing all the work and he's just literally spectating, man. If you're not gonna help out, leave. That's why I'm glad he fucking hit his ass. And this scene, oh, Amy calls for Sonic help. This scene reminds me of that Naruto scene when Sakura calls for Naruto during the Pain arc. It's giving similar vibes, except, well, I guess Pain is Shadow here and it's not really that serious because they're still alive. But still, she calls for him and he comes and says,
Shadow, what have you done?
hate to be that smart guy too, but apparently, because I guess y'all need him on the team, but you kind of see what he did here. He just beat them up. I think Shadow was thinking the same thing because, well, he didn't even bother to answer his question. He just, boom, dropped them. He did say by the time he showed up, so he was waiting for him. This is all for him to come here. And as soon as she showed up, dropped his ass right here. And he goes over to him and stood tall right over him like it's a invincible scene. But then he gave him a chance to say any last words. And Sonic says this.
Volcano Wonder Pants.
Threw my ass and threw his ass off. And then boom, Snuckle. Now here they go. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Now we'll go over this fight, but I'm pretty sure you know how Sonic and Shadow fight at this point. Y'all seen in the games, even movies now. Yeah, they just run, teleport, back and forth, spin dash, you know, hit, repeat, and repeat until there's a winner. And yeah, this fight was overall cool though. I will say I like the Sonic Prime one more than this. I could easily say that both of these fights, Sonic Prime and Sonic Boom, are better than the Sonic X fight. Yeah, because this, even though it's my favorite show at the whole Sonic series, this fight was, yeah. These two easily clears it. But the movie, haha, that's peak. That's number one. And there was some nice sequences though. Like this point, Sonic and Shadow was boxing, weaving, moving low key. Okay, this was nice. And I would like this more if it was for that music, bro. That music, that hip hop, weird ass song. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't fit here for some reason. I get they're trying to do, but I've seen this scenario played like better in different shows. But yeah, nah, it wasn't. I don't like this OST. But at the end, we see Shadow realize, hey, Eggman manipulated him. And he's gonna get him back, and he runs out to do that. And that's kind of it for this, like, you know, whole fight sequence. You could say this was like a draw. Then again, Shadow did put Sonic on his ass at the end, so maybe he won. Hey, you decide in the comments, man, but that is it. I just wanted to showcase y'all Shadow and Sonic Boom and how he squad wiped everybody, and him and Sonic went back and forth. So it was a cool fight, funny ass scene, bro. That show was funny as hell. And to have like this fight and the whole sequence here with Shadow made his ass overpowered in this bitch. I had to showcase it to y'all. All right, that is it. Comment down below what you think about Sonic Boom. And we are out. Peace. Oh, bye.